Hello and welcome to NDTV Profit. You're joining us on this special conversation right as JSW Steel has announced a stake sale of 50% in Bhushan Power and Steel to its Japanese partner JFE. And I have with me Jayant Acharya, the MD and CEO of the company. Mr. Acharya, welcome to this conversation. Let me start off with this question that everybody had in mind. Why suddenly, what exactly pushed you to enter this deal with JFE, which, by the way, you've already partnered with previously?
Yeah. So nothing pushed us. I think it's a win-win deal for both JSW and JFE. JFE has been a long-term strategic partner with us, and it's a global steel player, well trusted. JSW is the largest steel maker in India, and our partnership has been long. JFE has been looking for assets outside Japan to grow, and India is one of the countries they've identified for the growth. This asset provides the opportunity for not only getting a presence on ground, which is an operating asset, which has been turned around by JSW in the last 5 years. It also presents an opportunity to expand to 10 million tons and beyond. Okay. And that is what makes it attractive for them.
Let me get to the financials a little bit. 15,570 crore is the amount that 750 crore is the amount that JFE is investing for 50% stake in JSW Kalinga, which holds stake in JSW Sambalpur, which holds BPSL under it. Just trying to understand this structure and how does this benefit you and the partner that's coming in?
So the structure, I think you should basically look at as a structuring part. So what JFE is getting in is 15,750 as an equity, and they will get that in 2 tranches over the next few months. And what JSW will be getting into in this deal is that we will be getting 32,350 crores of cash gross, net of tax. That will reduce a bit. And 4,900 odd crores of debt, which is moved along with the slump sale to the SPV. So the total deleveraging which will take place in JSW Steel balance sheet will be 37,250 odd crores. That's the value which we are getting. That will enable us to accelerate our growth. Our plans of 51 million tons are already with you. Yeah. We remain on track of this 50 million tons by 2031, FY31. It will enable us to now fast track our growth in our other assets which we have discussed earlier, like Vijayanagar, Salao and Odisha. Okay. It also enables parallelly the joint venture to grow, and therefore that can follow a parallel track. So therefore it's a win-win for both.
Understood. In terms of what BPSL is set to earn, because this is obviously it's going to see a shift in its ownership once again after 6 years when you originally took over the company. But what does JFE bring to the table for BPSL, and what will JSW Steel's role be in the future of the company then?
I think if you look back at BPSL, we bought this in 2021 through a IBC process. We have been able to turn this around from a non-performing asset to a profitable one. We generated employment, and 25,000 people are employed. Close to 17,000 crores was given to the exchequer. So therefore a lot of value has been created in this last close to 5 years. What JFE brings to the table, as we discussed, is on the technology side. They are looking at a value-added product portfolio which they may like to get into India. Both the partners will jointly discuss and arrive at that portfolio, and including the timeline to start the project.
So it's a 50-50 partnership with joint control, right? So that means that your representation will be the same as JFE's. And does that translate into all areas of management as well and BPSL?
So we have a governance structure which we have made where the chairman and the CEO will be rotating over 5 years. Okay. Key functions have been discussed where one partner takes the role and the other partner takes the role. So that is how the governance has been envisaged. JFE's leading role will be in technology and innovation, where they have a strength. Our role will be on the operation side, where we have a strength, and on the project execution side, where we have a strength.
Right. Just looking at the equity value part of this entire deal, 15,750. So I'm just doing an extension from that. 31,500 is the equity value for BPSL. The enterprise value, back of the envelope calculations, is something that my colleagues and I just did quickly. Close to about 53,000 crore. That's the number that we've arrived at. Are we close on that front?
Yeah, so because from the way we are doing the structure is that, as I explained, we are looking at a 37,250 crores of deleveraging and 32,400 crores of cash on a gross basis. This is for 50% of the asset, and the balance 50% we still hold. So that's where the
understood. Just a quick word on JSW Steel itself. You've talked about this to 2031 target of 51, FY31 target of 51 million tons of production. How does this deal and then upcoming few years, what exactly is the glide path looking like as you reach there?
For JSW Steel?
Yes.
So JSW Steel, our current projects, as we have given to you already, 43 million tons in India is on track. We expect to add brownfield projects in Vijayanagar and Salao, which we want to take up by 5 million tons and 4 million tons respectively. The Orissa facility at Paradeep is getting up in a modular manner. The slurry pipeline is on track to be executed in calendar year 27. And the pellet plant, 2 pellet plants of 8 million tons each are under construction. So we are building this in a modular fashion. We believe the time is getting close where we should be able to add a phase of steel expansion, subject to the board approvals at the necessary point of time. We'll look at that. As our balance sheet has got stronger, probably it will enable us to do it faster.
I'll close with 2 more questions. One is on the general steel demand in India. The last time we were speaking, you were pretty confident about the steel demand in India, except for some factors internationally, specifically China. Does that view still hold true in the current environment where imports are becoming more expensive because of the way the currency is moving? That's one. And the second one, I wanted to get a quick view. You're getting so much cash through the steel into the balance sheet, unencumbered, sort of non-debt capital that's coming in. More inorganic opportunities are on the cards. It's 2 questions.
So the first question on the demand side, I think India is a strong demand play. The way we see India, it's economically, you've seen the numbers, it's growing quite fast. CapEx is one part of the equation where the central government and the state government and the public sectors are bringing in the CapEx to grow and give us a tailwind. But the consumption story is India is yet to play out. And why I'm saying this is, I think, and that opportunity is big. The reforms which the government has undertaken with respect to GST is a big enabler towards that. Not only has it enabled movement of goods now, but I think it's a big sentimental boost because the common man feels that lower income tax, lower interest rates, lower GST, and the benefits which they are getting through the expected increase in the salaries of the government employees, they are feeling much more positive in the consumption story going forward. Therefore, housing, consumer durables like automotive, your appliances, other things like energy, I think you will see a big movement on this in the near term, urban as well as rural. I also see that the methodology of construction is changing. Not only will this call for more steel, it is also going into more mechanization.
Okay.
So therefore, that also will mean more equipments of, let's say, yellow goods, where again steel is going. So you'll not only have direct steel into construction, you'll also have the yellow goods moving alongside. So I think it's again a good growth story from that point of view. So 12 to 15 million tons is the incremental demand per year. We remain very optimistic about the growth of demand in India. The second question which you asked about is the inorganic opportunity. As of now, there is none we see on the horizon. If there is something which comes up which is interesting and makes sense, we'll look at it.
All right, Mr. Acharya. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Pleasure.